How will the universe end? The big crunch? The big freeze? Or the big rip? Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to ponder over the ever-present question of all humankind. How will this universe end? Interested in knowing it? Well, let's jump into it. How will the universe end? Humanity has pondered this question for thousands of years, and now science actually has the knowledge and tools to attempt an answer. Until rather recently, astronomers thought the cosmos would repeatedly expand and collapse in an infinite cycle of cosmic death and rebirth. But the best evidence points to a distant Armageddon filled with more existential dread than the Book of Revelation. Trillions of years in the future, long after Earth is destroyed, the universe will drift apart until galaxy and star formation ceases. Slowly, stars will fizzle out, turning night skies black. All lingering matter will be gobbled up by black holes until there's nothing left. Finally, the last traces of heat will disappear. Rather than meeting its end through fire and brimstone, the cosmos will likely succumb to heat death. Astronomers call it the Big Freeze. This is an excellent speculation, but unfortunately, this is for another video. If the expanding universe could not combat the collective inward pull of gravity, it would die in a big crunch, like the Big Bang played in reverse. Alpha and Omega. The universe didn't always seem destined to end this way. Roughly a century ago, astronomers thought that our Milky Way galaxy was the entire universe. Our cosmos appeared static. It had always been, and would always remain roughly the same. However, as Albert Einstein formulated his theories of relativity, he noticed signs of something strange. His equations implied a universe in motion, either expanding or contracting. So, Einstein added a fudge factor, a cosmological constant that held the universe in a more appealing steady state. However, around the same time, astronomers began to accept that some of the fuzzy spiral-shaped nebulae they observed through their telescopes were not collection of stars in our galaxy. They were other galaxies entirely. And when Edwin Hubble meticulously measured their motions, he showed these galaxies were indeed moving away from our own. Humanity had discovered that the universe is expanding. This was the first ever evidence of all the theories postulated by various scientists and geniuses. In our previous originals video, we discussed that the beginning of this universe occurred with the Big Bang some 13.8 billion years ago. With its foundations firmly fixed, cosmology turned to the next great question: how will the universe end? There are two main ways for an expanding universe to die. The cosmos could eventually collapse back in on itself, or it could continue inflating forever. To find out which is right, astronomers had to fast forward the evolution of the universe. What is the Big Crunch actually? The Big Crunch is a hypothetical scenario for the ultimate fate of the universe, in which the expansion of the universe eventually reverses and the universe collapses, ultimately causing the cosmic scale factor to reach zero. An event potentially followed by a reformation of the universe starting with another Big Bang. Didn't get it? Well, don't worry. Let us say that a car is sent away on a road when it is attached to a very high density, high strength compressed elastic spring. Now, as the car starts moving forward, there is a great force pushing it from behind, which makes the car go faster than usual. Now, as time progresses, the elasticity of the spring reaches its limit, and whatever energy the car has, it will be used to push the car a little bit further until the spring stops expanding. Now, it starts going back with increasing velocities. It goes back faster than ever. That is somehow how the Big Crunch works. The car is the spacetime continuum. The spring is the energy with which the spacetime unfolds itself in the universe, alternately, the speed with which the universe is expanding. In 1922, Russian physicist and mathematician Alexander Friedman derived a famous set of equations aptly named the Friedman equations. These calculations showed that our universe's destiny is determined by its density and it could either expand or contract rather than remain in a steady state. With enough matter, gravity would eventually halt the cosmos' expansion, causing it to come crashing back inward. In the 1960s and 1970s, when astronomers added up all the matter in the known universe, they calculated there was enough mass that the cosmos should ultimately collapse to an infinitely dense state, or perhaps even a gargantuan black hole. Some speculated that once compressed into an infinitely small point, the Big Crunch, the universe could kickstart yet another expansion or Big Bounce, which we are going to discuss in the coming videos. In the 1970s and 1980s, physicist John Wheeler, who helped coin the term black hole, became a leading proponent of the Big Crunch. To him, it was an obvious fate. A revolution in understanding black holes was underway, and Wheeler saw each one as an experimental model of the universe's final state. Although most physicists and astrodynamic professors are claiming that Big Crunch is very unlikely, it is still opinionated to be one of the most probable events going to be occurred. Don't worry, even if this was supposed to occur, it won't happen for another billion years at the very least, so you got nothing to worry about. Now, coming back to the more than one ways that this universe can end, I'm afraid that you're gonna have to watch another video in the coming weeks. Our next video is gonna be the Big Freeze. It is also another speculation that astronomers have regarding how this universe will eventually end. And that's a wrap guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do watch other videos too. And I hope you get more than what you're looking for on my channel. Thank you for your time.